I live in apartments and I don't prefer to call it home. I feel it should be called room. And you might think what rubbish he is talking about. And somewhat I understand you, but hear me out. When we go to hotels and we are given rooms, right? Then naturally we are more inclined towards not talking to strangers because we are very protective and somewhat insecure about ourselves in new territory, right? So basically that stranger is our roommate. And if we see hierarchical nature of spaces between apartments and hotels, then they are very similar. They are that similar that they look identical. I have grown up in bungalow houses, and there are stark differences between these two. Before I enter any of the spaces of my house, I have to go through transitions of spaces. First is public space, a road which connects my home. Then there is second semi-public space, which contains every space inside compound wall. And then finally private spaces. So once I am in semi-public space, I feel comfortable and safe. Comfortable and safe to communicate with my neighbors with a safe distance. But in case of apartments, once you are in public space, as in your lobby, then you are directly entering to private space, your room. There is no semi-public space and there is loss of transitional space, and that makes things bit intimidating. Now everyone who can access public space now can access my private space without any barrier. Now consider this. What if I'm opening the door and one of my roommates decides to backstab me? Now I'm not getting paranoid, but this is really an issue with current housing schemes. It's advised that one should not put window behind their back. It makes person stressful because sleep is a vulnerable state, just like when I'm opening the door. If you have ever tried to approach any girl or boy in your life, then you have must known this advice. Never approach from the back, always approach from the front. People do get shocked when someone approaches from their backside. And there is part of our brain which is constantly working and analyzing every situation and surrounding so we don't die. And that's why transitions are important. Home is a place where one don't want to be feel intimidated. They want to feel safe. While I'm talking from here and here, you can feel difference. We need safe distance. And this is where most of the housing schemes fails miserably to provide you with homes. What you get is really a room, sometimes luxurious rooms, but rooms. Now, when I feel threatened, how was I supposed to communicate or make bond with these people? And these people are now my roommates, which I haven't chosen. And they are not my neighbors, so I have basically roommates. And as Taleb says, people are better as neighbors than roommates. And it's pretty evident why. I need to feel safe first in order to communicate with others. And there is no wonder why apartment isolates. And after that, it's butterfly effect, causing more depressed people. This is how crucial it is to have transitional space. And you know what biggest dilemma is? Architects would come up with solutions, but it won't be done in practice. Why? Because I believe once an architect can empathize or say be sensible enough to think for users, but builders won't. Builders are there to earn money. They are not there to comfort users. And if they allow architects to provide transitional spaces in the design, then it would ultimately mean they would get less profit, and which would ultimately mean that they can't build more units. Unless or until local body doesn't pass any regulations or rules, don't expect good practices. I would like to quote Taleb once again that there are no opinions without any consequences. This was my opinion regarding this topic. Either I have made sense to you and you'll subscribe, or you'll dislike the video and you'll think he wasted my time. Whatever you choose between these two options, make sure you do engage in comments and do let me know what do you think about this. This channel is about having conversations. So this was it for this video. Meet you in another one. Till then,